Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tash and Siri. I thought I would pop on here and just go through a little comparison of the Pop It Off Crossbody and the Everywhere belt bag because I had some friends that were wondering what the difference was. I thought I would just make a video.
In silence, we still feel the vibe, but you could not say a word.
Both these bags are very similar and they're going to be linked in the description bar down below if you guys are interested in picking one up or just checking it out. I guess to start off, I'm just gonna talk about the Everywhere belt bag because I had this one first. I think I got it in like 2018. Not this one, but an older one when belt bags first came out. So I got this bag. I really loved it. I took it on vacation with me and I thought it was really handy. However, I had to return it because eventually the more I used it, the more the insides of the bag would get caught in the zipper and eventually just like tore the inside up, and the zipper part, the black paint on top of the metal was rubbing off, so that was becoming silver and that was unfortunate. But other than that, everything else in the bag was functional, but that's why I had to get rid of that one. Recently, as you guys saw in one of my Lululemon hauls, I picked up the Pop It Off Crossbody. So this crossbody, I was originally drawn to it because it does have that magnetic closure, and I've been looking for a bag with magnetic closure, like a sling bag, for a while now, and a lot of the options were pretty expensive and this one was pretty reasonable. I picked this one up and I've been using it for a couple months now, from the summer I guess of this year. I'll just start off with what I like about this one. I'm also going to be trying them on too so you guys can see the difference. Anyway, with the Pop It Off Crossbody, you do have that magnetic closure, which is actually super handy. I use it a lot to take off the bag, especially if it's like really tight on you and you just want to take it off really quick. It's easy, just unbuckle like that, let it drop, and rebuckle it later. It's very easy. So I really like the magnetic closure. I like how slim it is. It's definitely a lot slimmer than the Everywhere belt bag. Another big factor that makes me prefer this over the Everywhere belt bag sometimes is that the zipper at the top here has fully water resistant coverings on top of the zipper. So this one would definitely do better in the rain than the Everywhere belt bag would. It also has this like rope that connects to the strap, which I guess makes it a little different from other sling bags. It's not just plain. Some people like that, some people don't like that. Personally, I think it's interesting, but it makes my whole outfit definitely more sporty, so it makes it less usable in some ways. There's also an interior zip pocket inside of the bag. So on the front, there's a zip pocket there. The only thing I don't like about the zip pocket being at the front is that if you do put anything lumpy in that zip pocket, it's just gonna show at the front where your bag is. So the only con, I think I would prefer the zip pocket at the back of the bag instead of at the front of the bag. The other thing that I really like about this bag is that it's super lightweight, so sometimes I don't even realize it's there, and that's really nice. That is mostly because it is smaller than the Everywhere belt bag. It's thinner, the straps are smaller, so overall it makes sense that it feels lighter. The things that I don't like about it or prefer less to the Everywhere belt bag is that, like I said earlier, it is a lot more sporty. Like you get more of a sporty look when you wear this versus the Everywhere belt bags. I think more versatile. It's more like city sleek, and this one's more like athleisure, I guess. The zipper, although I love it, it is a lot harder to open and close, which can be a good thing if you prefer that security of being able to trust that all your belongings are gonna stay in, because it's so hard to open. You kind of have to use a little bit of force, but it can be annoying if you only have one hand and you're trying to open your crossbody. The other thing that's a big drawback is that this is obviously a crossbody. It says it's a crossbody, so you can only wear it as a crossbody, whereas the Everywhere belt bag you can wear as like both a crossbody and a belt bag slash fanny pack. So that one's more versatile in that sense as well, but this one only works as a crossbody. The other thing is that this is on the smallest setting, and as you guys can see, like when I have it on, like it works well. Like this is, I guess, how people would wear it anyway, but sometimes I do want it to be up higher like that, and I would prefer if I could make it a little bit smaller, but that's just personal preference. And for a lot of people, it's not gonna be an issue. But if you are smaller than me, or if you like your belt bags really tight, the tightest setting on this could probably be too big for some people. That's the last con that I have. And just in general, for both the bags, I wish they had 2 zippers instead of just 1, because I find that if I open the bag to reach for something and I'm kind of like doing something else or whatever, the whole bottom part of the bag will be open and it's more likely that my things will fall out. So if both of them had 2 zippers, that wouldn't be an issue. I have other fanny packs that have 2 zippers and that's not an issue because you can kind of like close it up on the other end and have one end open. That's all the pros and cons for this bag.
Somebody that's brand new. I don't gotta pursue. I need someone who understands everything that I've been through. That person just like you.
Now moving on to the Everywhere belt bag. This is a classic, I think, nowadays because everyone has it. Everyone loves it. It's really versatile. It's easy to wear with anything. It's also super athleisure, very easy to wipe clean. The pros is definitely that it is bigger than the other bag. I'll put like the dimensions side by side as well so you guys can tell that what it looks like. And this is the thickness. Yeah. So these are both black, so it's kind of hard to see, but it is like significantly smaller. This one is 1 liter, like that's the size of this belt bag. So it is bigger, it can fit more things. Another thing that I really like about this one is that there's an exterior zipper pocket. So on the back here, it's kind of hidden and it's against your body. So if you want to put like your wallet or your cash there, it's a perfect place for that. And I like that that's not on the inner front side too, because that just makes a lot of bulk. So it's really nice that this is on the back. Another thing is that since this one doesn't have that reflective rope material, it's to me a lot more sleek. It's easier to wear with things. I would wear this to the hospital probably because it's less like, not obnoxious, but like it's less in your face and there's no reflective detail that kind of stands out at anyone. The branding on both of them is really minimal, so if you don't like having like big branding on your bag, they're both good options for that. Also more affordable than the Pop It Off Crossbody bag, and I'm guessing that's just because it doesn't have the magnets and the water resistant zipper feature. Also great because I told you guys earlier, you can wear it as a crossbody or as a belt bag. It does get really small, so for some people, I guess the belt bag could be still a little bit loose, but for most people it should be fine. I think for me, the tightest setting is like the perfect setting for an actual like waist bag, but that's good. So it's nice that you have the 2 options. If you want to like go for a run with your belt bag, I probably wouldn't recommend it with this, but if you really wanted to, you could. It wouldn't be that weird. It's really nice that the belt bag is just a big loop, so there's no like hanging flap that some belt bags have that you have to secure in other ways, so that's really good with this. The Pop It Off doesn't have it either, so I guess that's a pro for both of the bags. The last couple things is just that this one has 1 open mesh area in the back here and then 2 little separated, or 1 mesh thing in the front as well, but they're separated into 2, so you can really put in like your AirPods or whatever small things, your keys in there. So like as you guys can tell, the zipper is a lot easier to zip and unzip, and this is a lot easier to unzip and zip. This does open pretty far down and like the bag can kind of just flop like that, so if you leave it open for whatever reason, your things could fall out of it, but it's not a huge deal.
You and I making fire, I can take ya. I can make it better, baby. Running away every day, feeling the same in a different way. What you think of it, baby? Oh, you and I.
Yeah, so that's my comparison / review of these bags. I really do like them. They're pretty reasonably priced for what they are and like how much someone could use them, or like how versatile they are. So they are good in that sense. Yeah, I'll show you guys what fits in them and what they look like side by side on a table.
Is it safe to speak? Are we all alone? What I'm about to say, no one else needs to know. You're the only one I thought that I could trust, but what happens here won't stay between us. I hate that I was so gullible, but that's who I used to be. All of this was avoidable, but you took advantage of me. You're the only one I thought that I could trust, but what happens here won't stay between us. You always say you need me, but act the opposite. I don't know why you can't help but contradict yourself. You're the only one I thought that I could trust, but what happens here won't stay between us. Looking forward to somebody that's brand new. I don't gotta pursue. I need someone who understands everything that I've been through. That person just like you. You know, just for once, I wish that I could say this is all my fault, but it's the other way around.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good one. See you next time.
Ain't